How old are you?
I'm 18.
18. Who do you live with?
I have my own apartment.
How? I could barely walk when I was 18. Tell me about yourself. What do you do?
I just graduated college. I only have my associate's degree. I was going to Blinn College.
Wow, that's amazing. Great job.
Thank you. I got my first apartment in June, and I live on Belfair Pines, Kane Street, and I work from home from there.
So you do have an income?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. You're aware of Mr. Waters?
Yes, sir.
Are you guys together?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been together?
For like 3 years.
Pause right here. She's just 18, already living on her own, working, and clearly doing everything she can to stay on the right path. Now the court is quietly weighing whether her stability can counterbalance his long criminal history. This is a pivotal moment, because judges don't just evaluate the defendant, they consider the environment he's returning to as well. That raises a tough question. Is it fair to place that kind of responsibility on an 18-year-old, or is this the court's final safety net before everything risks spiraling out of control?
3 years. Okay, so you know him well.
Yes.
Okay. My only concern is that he's picked up quite a number of charges. So I just want you to be careful.
Yes.
Are you okay if he stays with you? Okay. That was my concern. And I was telling Jillian here, my concern is that he's got a lot of history and a lot of just nonsense. And I don't want him to pick up any more cases. So before we let him out, I want to know that he's got a stable home that he's going to go to. I'm going to put conditions on him so he's not out in the middle of the night. Right? I don't want him to go to any of these other stores that he's ever been to for any of these thefts. And no dope, no alcohol. And that's it. Stay out of trouble. Do you mind bringing Mr. Waters in? Thank you so much for coming. You're doing great. Just keep it up.
Yeah.
Really.
Bye.
Sorry?
I am.
Okay. Wonderful. It's a lot of work and it gets stressful. So be careful. If you take care of that baby well, that baby will take care of you. You got to be careful with who are you around, what they're doing, because if there are other people that are smoking marijuana, it could affect that baby. And the problem is that baby is constantly growing and it needs love, it needs attention, it needs prenatal vitamins. Because if you don't take care of that baby well, you will or could have, the baby will have developmental issues. And then you're a lifelong babysitter. And we don't want that. So if you take care of the baby well,
Yes, sir.
one day they'll take care of it.
Okay.
Do you think there's anything else that we need to address?
No, Your Honor. I don't think so. Are we waiting for Mr. Waters to come out? What sure if you were? Did you say
Bringing him out.
you bringing him out? Okay, that's
I want to admonish him that,
Okay.
you know, especially with a baby on the way, he's got to be careful. No dope. Like, I'm going to test him like crazy. Anna, you saw the DVR?
I saw that you want to talk to him. I haven't seen the actual DVR.
Okay. I'll print it out for you now.
Okay.
Okay, that's for you. So you okay with Friday then? Okay.
Just to be clear, yesterday I asked that his mom be reinstated. I'm not sure what your decision is today for Josh Services to clarify. Reinstatement.
Mr. Waters, how's jail? Good. You know, Mr. Waters, I want you to understand that we mean business. The days of catch and release, they're over. We're not going to play this game. And I'm not going to allow you to taint anyone else near you with your 15 theft cases that you have for 20 or...
This is the moment the judge shifts from punishment to prevention. No drugs, no alcohol, GPS monitoring, and a strict curfew. None of it is random. These are classic bond conditions meant to eliminate opportunity and control risk. The message couldn't be clearer. The court isn't relying on promises anymore. it's relying on structure. So here's the real question. Do these strict conditions actually help someone change, or do they just postpone the inevitable?
32, no. If you want me to let you out, you will have strict supervision, meaning no dope, no alcohol, and I'm going to test you like crazy. No going out in the middle of the night, no going to any of the places where you have your prior theft cases from, and most importantly, you need to get a job. There is a career fair, and we're going to give you a flyer, and I want you to meet me there, so we're going to try to get you a job. Do you understand? That's the rub. And you smoke dope, it's over. No marijuana. And I'm going to test you 40 days or whatever from the last time. Has he tested? Do you know?
I'm not sure, Judge.
Rachel, has Mr. Waters tested before?
I think he did.
And do you have any more children, Mr. Waters?
No, sir.
Okay, look, you have a baby on the way. You need to treat that baby well, because if you don't, you are begging for a lifelong problem with a kid that will have developmental issues. And then you have a kid like that, you are a literal babysitter for the rest of your life, taking care of a baby that can't do things on their own. Don't smoke any weed next to the baby. Don't do, because anything you do can potentially affect the baby. So you need to be careful what you're doing. You need to support her because, you know, she's going through changes. She's going to have a ton of hormones. The hormones are going to make her upset. They're going to make her feet swell. She's going to be cranky. She might have back issues. You need to be there to support her, because if you're there to support her, show love, respect, it will make the baby feel it as well. Anything you do could potentially impact that baby. You need to consider that when you're out there. If you're stressed out because you got no money, or just think of the...
That line, "All I'm asking you to do is be a normal person," captures pure courtroom frustration distilled into a single sentence. At this point, the judge isn't speaking like a judge anymore. He's speaking like someone who's watched this same story end badly dozens of times. With a GPS monitor, a job requirement, and zero tolerance, this feels like the last off-ramp before everything falls apart. So what do you think? Is this tough love done right, or a system demanding change without offering enough real support?
Any test, prior test? Okay. You will be drug tested 40 days from today. If you drug test and you test positive for marijuana, that tells me that you continue to smoke. And there's only one place you're going to go. You're now working your third case. Jillian is asking me to reinstate your bond.
Okay.
I very, very reluctantly, meaning that I'm scared to do so, but I'm going to today to give you the benefit of the doubt. But it's not going to happen again. If you go to jail, it's because you didn't listen, you picked up a new case, or you're doing something you shouldn't do. And I don't care if Jillian has 15 of your family members here begging and pleading. It's not going to happen again. Do you understand? No marijuana, no alcohol, no going out in the middle of the night and get a job. All I'm asking you to do is be a normal person. That's it. Give me questions. I'm giving you an ankle monitor so I know where you are at all times. You can, but I'm not letting you out in the middle of the night. I'm giving you a curfew.
Okay.
So Jillian, we can talk about, maybe 9, 10 o'clock, something like that. She's welcoming you to her house. It's not your house. So if she tells you something to do, you look at me. If she tells you something to do, it is her house. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, because when you burn a bridge, you never know when you might need to cross that bridge. And if you don't have her taking you in, you're on the street. And if you're on the street, you're with me. So be nice. Okay, I'll reinstate it. But he needs a GPS prior to release for the curfew of either 9 to 10, whatever it is. And then I'm giving him 2 weeks to either get a job and bring proof. If he doesn't, then he's to meet me at the job fair at the Fresh Start, and we're going to find him a job there.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll be there and he'll meet me there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm really unhappy with you, Mr. Waters. When does it stop? 14 theft cases you have in your background. You're now charged with your 14th theft case. 14. How old are you? You're 21 and you have 13 prior theft cases? I see that, Jillian, I see that a lot of them are like kind of bunched up. There's like at least 2 different patterns of 4 theft cases that are all together. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I haven't done a deep enough dive into his cases, but what's going on now is that your lawyer wants me to give you a PR bond. I know that you're asking me, please, but the problem is, though, is if we let you out, are you going to pick up a 4th case, perhaps a 15th theft case? I know that you're going to tell me little bunnies jumping in the woods, that of course it's not going to happen. I'm going to have a halo. I know that's what you're going to tell me.
I've been harassed. Look, I got numbers, I got witnesses.
So, Your Honor, what he's trying to say is that he understands that all of these pending cases involve the same gas station, the same officers. And we'll be looking into the contact that's made between him and those officers in all those cases. But he has been out of trouble, with the exception of what happens on this property. And even, like I said, even the PC with this theft case, it's not in this court, but it's shaky in my opinion. And also the evading as well, Judge, that I was originally on. He's backing up from the officers. He's walking slowly. When the other officers get there, he's still at the location. He didn't evade, I would argue. But it met PC, and so we're going to fight that. But it's not an evading where he just took off running.
13 prior theft cases. Who do you have in your life that's out to help you?
I got my girl, I got my baby mama. I got a baby on the way, you know, and I've been standing out the way.
Oh my Lord. You have a baby on the way.
I've been standing out the way, I promise you.
Mr. Waters is expecting his very first child. Him and the mother are together. She's very supportive. She was here last week when he was initially arrested. So they're working together
Let me
to
ask you this.
create a life for their
Do you
family.
want your baby to be like you?
I don't even want to be like my dad. I promise.
Where's your dad?
I don't know. Somewhere in Katy. Been on my own side, I was 12. I've been home, you know, I understand about them deaths, what I used to do back then, but that's not going
All
on.
these are from 23 and 24. What do you mean back then?
This ain't been going on though, like just ever since I came home, when you gave me the PR, I ain't been doing none of that no more. I just been staying out the way. And these same officers just keep on harassing me, jumping out on me, and I can't even go to the store to get
you
it.
have the same officers that keep listen, when you're trying to think of something to say, you're not listening. If you know that you have the same officers that are coming after you over and over and over, yet you continue to go back to the same gas station over and over.
Mm.
Jillian,
Judge, I mean, I'm sure it's probably a condition of his felony, but a condition can definitely be that he has to stay away from the gas station. That seems to be his only, like, the only thing I see that he has done is that he either lives around there or he continues to believe that because they sell him things that he doesn't have any issues, that maybe he is or is not allowed, we don't know, to be there. To his knowledge, he is allowed. But that seems to be the only thing he's done wrong since I've represented him.
What I'd like to do, number one, is I would like to compile a list of every theft case that he has, every single place that he's picked up a theft case from. Number two, I want to know where he's going to go. I'm not taking your word where you're going. I want to know, and I want to talk to them myself where you're going to go. So I want to know. And just your baby mama, I don't know.
I got numbers
Okay,
right now.
we'll get there, but I'm not letting you out to roam the streets.
I'm not
because-
roaming no more. I got something to say. I'm not roaming.
We'll get his address and
And
have
I
him.
want to know every single theft case here. Where are they from? Why? Okay. And then if he has nowhere to go, I want to reach out to the MAC and see what we can do to provide him. And you need to start working. You have way too much time on your hands, and you are the epitome of self-destructive behavior. You need something to do with your life, Mr. Waters. You need to get a job. So this is what we're going to do. And we have a job fair that's coming up. Hold on a second.
November 9th.
Is that the fresh start? Yeah. Can you make him a copy? So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to let him out now, but first thing I want to know is I want to know where he's going to go when he gets out. Number one. Number two, I want to compile a list of all the theft cases, where they're from. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a monitor on him. And then number three, he's going to meet me at the fresh start because we're going to get his ass a job, a full-time job. I'm going to be at that fresh start fair, and I expect you to be there because you and me are going to get you a job one way or the other somehow. I'm going to be working that thing, and I'm going to expect you to show up to that thing at 9 in the morning when it starts, if I let you out. I haven't decided yet. That's where we're at. Okay? Thanks. Q.
I have it's off docket matter. I want to do a question about bond conditions. Do we have to have the client here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, you. For sure.
Thank you.
Dan,
Yes, sir. I have a plea, Judge, but I don't know if it's ready.
I'm ready when you are. What happened? No?
Didn't work out, Judge. So
Okay.
he's young and asked for deferred, and I will talk for deferred.
Okay, come on. Let's do it.
There it is.
Oh, do you need a translator?
No, sir.
Again? There are some people that I see over and over and over and over. Miss Cambrick, since 1999. Deadly conduct, 99. Failure to stop and render aid, 2002. Failure to identify as a fugitive from justice. Now let's get into 2000s. 2004, theft. 2004, theft. 2005, felony theft. 2005, theft. 2005, theft. 2006, theft from a person, felony theft from a person. Possession of a controlled substance, 2007, possession of a controlled substance, 2007, and 2008, theft. 2009, possession of a controlled substance, 2010, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance. 2012, theft, assault, theft. 16, 17, 18. Now, 2019, theft. 2020, theft. 2021, theft. 2021, theft. 2021, criminal trespass. 2021, theft. 2022, theft. 2022, criminal trespass. 2022, theft. 22, theft. 22, theft. 24, theft. 23, theft. 23, theft. And now, another theft. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Officers responded to a theft of business at a Walmart in Harris County, Texas. Officers made contact with complainant, the loss prevention associate, who stated on August 28th he contacted officers about a shoplifting, but no officer responded to take the report at that time. The complainant showed the officer the surveillance video, and the officer observed the defendant select a blue tote walk towards the automotive section, look around to see if anyone was observing her actions, and select multiple Benzoyl motor oil cords off the shelf and conceal them in the tote. The defendant was then observed walking towards the health and beauty section and exiting through an emergency fire door without attempt to pay for the tote or the concealed oil.
How much the value?
Let me check the OR, Your Honor. It's not in the DIMS.
And I'm guessing because they know it's going to be reduced to a misdemeanor, they just now file it as misdemeanors, Michael, instead of a felony?
I'm sorry, what's the question, Judge?
Do they hence assume intake that it's going to be reduced to a misdemeanor as to why they filed it as a misdemeanor?
You know what, Judge, this has been happening a lot and I'm not sure why. I think honestly, a lot of it is negligence into not looking at what their criminal history is before they file the charge. Quite honestly, because I see it a lot and I don't think there's any policy for it.
And Your Honor, the total is $98.
Amber, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and you're to come right back, and then we will discuss where we go from here. I'm going to put a GPS monitor on you, and I'm forbidding you from going to any store that you have a prior contact with in a theft case. Do you understand? And if I find that you have any contact with any of these stores, I'm going to make your bond so high your teeth are going to fall out. Do you understand? Sir. Catch and release days are over. No more catch and release. We are going to get to the bottom of why this continues to happen. And if that means some kind of treatment facility with a dual diagnosis residential program, then hey, but now you're working what? 30 thefts? Stops today. First things first, I'm sending you for a drug test. You must come right back. And if you fail to come back, if you fail to take the drug test, your bond will hit the skyline. You understand? We need to do a deep dive, Alex, into every single store that theft, that all those thefts come from. And just, I mean.
Foster?
I know, if we can just forbid from going to any and all retail stores in Harris County. I mean, just.
Yes, Judge, if you would like, we can create a list.
Yeah, I'd like to do a dive into every single theft she's done and.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I'll see the dirty box store. Going right that way. Go have a seat over there.
Foster?
You're Tristan Foster.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Foster, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On October 1st, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop for a vehicle with no front license plate in Harris County, Texas. The officers made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and observed an odor of marijuana. A search was conducted and officers observed a black plastic bag under the front passenger seat containing marijuana and drug paraphernalia, such as a weight scale, a bong pipe, and multiple small bags. The officers also found marijuana grinder in the trunk of the vehicle. Marijuana was identified based on training experience and had a weight of 65.9 grams.
Mr. Foster, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Upon the traffic stop, I found out that it was suspended.
I want to impart something to you that I am making it a bond condition for you now that you're not to drive any vehicle for any reason. I don't care what your reason is. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. I don't care if there's a burning building or Mother Teresa needs to go to church. You get into a car and drive, there's going to be HE double hockey sticks to pay. Do you understand? What do you do for a living, Mr. Foster?
Sir,
What do you do for a living?
I do for a living, landscaping.
We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that,
Can I file out for an attorney from the state?
why?
So I don't have money for a lawyer.
How do you know? How do you know?
Well, it's not my first time, dealing with lawyers, and I just don't have that kind of money right now.
2018, unlawful carrying of a weapon. 2019, criminal mischief. 2018, assault of a family member. 2019, assault of a family member. 2021, criminal trespass. 2022, unlawful carrying of a weapon. 22, felony possession of marijuana. And now you've gotten another possession of marijuana. In all of those cases, how many times have you gotten a court-appointed lawyer? Yeah, right. I want you now to go looking, and I want you to get a full-time job. And I am now making that a condition of your bond as well. The days of you sitting at Xbox, playing Xbox all day, smoking dope all day, doing nothing are over. I am making it a condition of your bond that you get a full. You've got that smirk on you, and I'm going to tell you now, it's not going to go well if you try to play with me. Do you understand?
I don't need to go spend my money when I'm taking care of my family to get a lawyer on a case that, you know what I mean?
No. I want you to go start looking for lawyers.
Okay.
And I want you to start Googling Harris County lawyers. There's a gajillion and one of them. Mr. Foster.
Yeah, they calling my line. They sending paper through the mail. Y'all know.
Okay. Start calling those and find one you can afford.
Okay.
You pick up a new case. You start driving. I'm telling you now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'll make it sky high. Do you understand?
I understand.
You know, I'll tell you this though, Mr. Foster, you look like you have a lot of arrogance to you. If you put that arrogance into working really hard, holy moly, you could command the entire world. I know people who started as a freaking dishwasher at Chick-fil-A and they worked their ass off. Now owns two of them making $400,000 a year. That's hundreds of thousands every month that he's raking in because he put his chutzpah into working and his heart into working his ass off. And now, dude, he's killing it. And people thought he was a joke working at Chick-fil-A. And dude's he's the American dream. That's what it's about. Not this, not what you're trying to sell. Don't. Put your heart, soul into it. You can do anything. That's what makes this place so great.
This way, sir.
So is that pre-trial bond condition?